Bank Zambia PLC. Your story matters. ABSA.
Do you want to play your part in saving our
Bismillah.
planet? Join the ABSA Counter 100 Challenge, open to all primary and secondary schools. You also stand a chance to win desks, solar solutions.
Is this word even legal?
Even legal? Am I even supposed to say this word?
Around your school premises and send a picture to plant a million trees.
All right. We're ready. We're ready.
You'll be good.
Let's write the next chapter of a
Here we
sustainable
go.
future together. Competition runs until 31st May 2026. T's and C's apply. Your story matters. ABSA.
The headlines. Community action against corruption concerned over government neglect of Financial Intelligence Center. Andiford Banda urges Zambians to pay attention to Catholic Bishop's pastoral letter. In global news, African Union condemns heinous attacks in Niger and vows support. With the news at 13 hours, my name is Mutale Mulenga. The Community Action Against Corruption, CAAC, has expressed concern over what it describes as calculated negligence of the Financial Intelligence Center, FIC, by government. Organization's Chief Executive Officer Brighton Tembo says the reported lack of funding and operational challenges facing the FIC is deliberate, noting that the institution has, over the past 3 years, exposed unprecedented corruption that has challenged the narrative of a corruption-free regime. Mr. Tembo urges that the negligence is not limited to funding, but is also evident in the lack of response from law enforcement agencies and government to FIC reports submitted over the past 3 years, which have largely gone unaddressed. He has expressed concern that the current government is targeting officials from the previous administration and other unprotected citizens while neglecting the FIC. The concerns come after FIC Director General Clement Kapalu recently raised alarm over severe financial and operational challenges facing the institution, revealing that inadequate funding, limited office space, and poor working conditions are affecting its operations.
If you look at this government, it can be better off without the Financial Intelligence Center as an institution. We feel the Financial Intelligence Center can even go into extinction through lack of funding and demotivated workforce, because if this institution is well funded, it will continue exposing serious corruption, which will continue to make government uncomfortable.
Opposition People's Alliance for Change PAC leader Andiford Banda has urged members of the public to pay serious attention to the recently released pastoral letter by the Zambia Conference of Catholic Bishops, ZCCB, ahead of the August general elections. Mr. Banda says the pastoral letter should not be treated as a mere document, but as a blueprint that speaks to the country's direction as it prepares to go to the polls, noting that the guidance contained in the letter is relevant to both leaders and citizens during this critical period. In an interview with Phoenix News, Mr. Banda says the pastoral letter is timely and welcome, adding that it comes at a moment when the nation needs sober reflection on the kind of leadership it desires, observing that while many Zambians embrace the call for change, it is important that those seeking elective office demonstrate clear vision and commitment to national development. He has further emphasized that elections should be centered on issues that affect the lives of citizens, such as the economy, governance, and social development, saying political players have a responsibility to offer practical solutions rather than engaging in divisive rhetoric. ZCCB issued the pastoral letter on January 30, calling on political parties, candidates, and citizens to uphold peace, unity, and violence-free campaigns, further emphasizing the importance of accepting election results with maturity, alongside other guidelines aimed at safeguarding national cohesion before, during, and after the elections.
It is true that we need to pay more attention, and I think the reason why we are where we are today is because we have not paid enough attention in the past as we elect leaders. So we are urging the Zambian people to make sure that they pay more attention and make sure that we have a vision. Yes, we all need change, but change should not just come and then we replace it with something even worse. I think the best thing that we can do for ourselves is pay attention to the political leaders and make sure that we elect leaders that are going to bring about real change.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation has announced that Ghanaian President John Dramani Mahama will undertake a state visit to Zambia from 4th to 6th of February 2026. Acting Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation Minister Rodney Sikumba says the visit is at the invitation of President Hakainde Hichilema and is a reciprocal engagement following President Hichilema's state visit to Ghana in July 2023. Mr. Sikumba explains in a statement that the visit also builds on the outcomes of the second session of the Zambia-Ghana Joint Permanent Commission, which was held in Lusaka in October 2025 and reflects the long-standing cordial relations between the two countries rooted in Pan-African solidarity, shared values, and a mutual commitment to Africa's development agenda. He said during the visit, the two heads of state will hold bilateral talks at State House in Lusaka, aimed at providing strategic direction on priority areas of cooperation. Mr. Sikumba added that the discussions are expected to advance the implementation of existing memoranda of understanding between Zambia and Ghana in various sectors with a focus on promoting trade, investment, and private sector partnerships. He further disclosed that President Mahama will, on 5th of February 2026, address the Parliament of the Republic of Zambia, providing an opportunity to engage Zambian legislators on shared democratic values. The Ndola City Council has disclosed that the 4 constituencies in the city have received 641,025 kwacha, 64 ngwe, under the Constituency Development Fund, CDF, from the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development. Ndola City Council Public Relations Manager Rebecca Mushota says the funds, which form part of the 2026 CDF allocation, were dispersed in January, bringing the total amount received to over 2.5 million kwacha. Ms. Mushota explained that Ndola has 4 constituencies, namely Bwanamukubwa, Ndola Central, Kabushi, and Chifubu, adding that the ministry has advised that skills development and secondary boarding school bursaries should be prioritized under the current allocation. Ms. Mushota added that all 4 constituencies have made progress in selecting successful candidates for skills development bursaries. She disclosed that Bwanamukubwa constituency has selected 569 beneficiaries, Ndola Central 637, and Chifubu 642 applicants.
The ministry has advised that the skills development and secondary boarding school bursaries should be prioritized. All the 4 constituencies have made progress in selecting successful candidates for skills development bursaries. And so far, over 1,500 have been successfully selected by the constituencies.
The Zambia Congress of Trade Unions ZCTU President Blake Mulala has called on the private sector and employers to champion positivity and improve conditions of service during collective bargaining processes. Mr. Mulala says employers must endeavor to respect the bargaining process and uphold the interests of employees, noting that meaningful engagement is key to promoting harmonious industrial relations in the workplace. In an interview with Phoenix News, Mr. Mulala has emphasized the need for seriousness in the manner collective agreements are framed, especially in view of changing business environments and the need for sustainable growth across various sectors of the economy. Mr. Mulala has noted that collective bargaining should reflect fairness, transparency, and mutual respect, adding that agreements reached must be practical and responsive to both employer capacities and worker welfare. He has further stressed that workers' interests remain central to economic development, stating that employees play a critical role in driving productivity and keeping the wheels of the economy moving.
We go on the private sector and the many other employers. The bargaining process is the engine for unions to make sure that from this where they are able to unlock better, improved condition of service for their members. The reason why they meet is to review and they work on to improve. But this doesn't mean that the unions should be going to bargaining or milking a dead cow. No. It's a win with the interest of the business takes center stage. At the same time, again, we turn around the interest of those workers who turn around the wheels of economic growth at any level.
You are listening to Phoenix FM News. We take a break.
You're listening to Phoenix FM. Phoenix FM. Taking flight on air and online.
In global news, the African Union has issued a statement strongly condemning the recent attacks in Niger, including an assault on Niamey's main airport. Describing them as heinous acts, the Commission chairperson Mahmoud Ali Yusuf reaffirmed the AU's support for the country amid ongoing security threats. Armed men launched an attack on the Diori Hamani International Airport overnight on Wednesday, during which explosions and shootings were reported. The BBC reports on other world news stories.
President Trump and Iran's top security official, Ali Larijani, have both said their countries are negotiating as concern continues that the US could launch a military attack. Mr. Trump said he hopes the talks will lead to something, as he put it, acceptable. A second woman has alleged she was sent to Britain by the late American sex offender Jeffrey Epstein to have sex with the brother of King Charles, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. She's considering bringing a civil request for comment, was previously denied any wrongdoing. Power supplies have been restored across Ukraine after much of the country was hit by blackouts on Saturday, leaving millions of people without heating in freezing conditions. President Zelensky blamed ice on power lines for the outage.
As we end the news, another look at the headlines. Community action against corruption concerned over government neglect of Financial Intelligence Center. Andy Fort Banda urges Zambians to pay attention to Catholic Bishop's pastoral letter. In global news, African Union condemns heinous attacks in Niger and vows support. For these and other stories, like our Facebook page Phoenix FM Zambia or visit our website at phoenixfm.co.zm. Keep listening to Phoenix FM.
Well done!
We did it! We did it, didn't we?
Woohoo!
Thank you. No fitting Doelela this time. We did it!
Oh, there was one time I was in the news, and then there was the word mature. Yeah, my Catholic. How nice I just spell. This is perfect. Instead of getting up, she said I'd laugh.
At least I delivered on
I
time.
think I used my brain.
You know? What up, world? What's going on? Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, Twachtika, traveling get Sungu. And then we'll be back again for the 18 hours one, so you should tune in then again. Yeah? All right. So when I'm doing that, I'm Mutali Mulenga. I'm here. And I'm doing the show. Tune in on to my other page, which is Bugsy Mandola, the king. Come on now. Now I'm in production. I'm doing some production work. Yeah. You know how we roll. So, a snippet of what I'm doing.
Wakopala, Laka, have you heard that you can still buy your books for Waka Skuru, your gift stationery?
Okay, John Kotaves, shut up. Thank you so much for the support, guys.